Hello everyone, I'm Bernard Ludiga, and today is a very special day because we get to be talking about beer. And specifically, we'll be talking about Sierra Nevada Brewing Company and how they treat their brewery wastewater. So let me just start off with one of these, and then we can begin. Cheers. Sierra Nevada Brewing Company is the second largest craft brewery in the United States. In 2013, their production target was about 1 million barrels of beer, and they operate solely in Chico, California, and they're currently building a second brewery in North Carolina in Mills River. Sierra Nevada Brewing Company makes brewery wastewater, and that's not like sanitary waste, it's just wastewater that's generated from just the brewery process, making the beer, cooling the beer, and packaging and other stuff like cleaning the tanks and stuff like that. So the treatment plant schematic for Sierra Nevada Brewing Company is the wastewater is sent through a drum screen, and the bigger solids get taken out, so like hops and grains and stuff like that. And then they take that wastewater is then taken to a equalization basin, and to adjust the pH, they'll use sodium hydroxide. And then they'll also need to regulate temperature, so there's like heat exchangers around the equalization basin. And then that is then sent to 2 anaerobic digesters. Then it's sent to an aeration basin, and then sent to 3 gravity clarifiers. And then the sludge is then decanted, and the sludge is either used for compost or sent away. And then the clean water is then sent to Chico's treatment plant for further treatment. Anaerobic digestion is the biological treatment process of using microorganisms to biodegrade biomass in a anaerobic environment, so that's without oxygen. And Sierra Nevada Brewing Company uses anaerobic digestion because they already have microbes from their brewing process, so it might as well just use those microbes to treat their wastewater. The byproducts of anaerobic digestion is methane, which they use for biogas recovery, and they use that to for their boilers and other things they use as gas. And also another byproduct is carbon dioxide. The benefit to anaerobic digestion is they get a lot of solids reduction in their waste, and also they get a reduction in soluble chemical oxygen demand. And they also get a cleaner effluent going into their aeration basins in the next step of the process. They're usually regulated by the EPA, usually through the Clean Water Act, and they are charged by Chico's treatment plant in California for the amount of wastewater they do send to their treatment plant. When picking their secondary anaerobic digester, they had to look at the size of the tank that they want to use. It's actually smaller than the previous tank, and they also have to look at the loading rate that they're going to send the waste to it, and that's actually lower than the previous one. So the previous one is 190 gallons per minute, and then the second one is 140 gallons per minute. And they also have to look at like the retention times to see how long do they process the wastewater through their tanks. The pros to adding in the secondary anaerobic digester is that they get a lot more biogas recovery, and so they can use that methane for their boilers and anything else that uses the gas. And also they make a lot less polluted water, so they get charged less by sending their wastewater to Chico's treatment plant. They can also use that water to reuse it around the treatment place, so they can use it for cleaning or they can use it for irrigation of their hobby fields. The only downside is that the anaerobic digester is expensive to build and run, but by running it, they make a lot of their money back. So the only thing that can go wrong with this anaerobic digester is a washout occurring, and that is when the dilution rate in the tank is too high, so the microbes in the tank can't grow fast enough, so a washout occurs. And so originally with the one anaerobic digester operating, they got 25 washouts per month, and then with the addition of the second one, they ended up getting only 2 washouts per month. So there's an improvement right there. And then the byproducts of anaerobic digestion don't really affect the other processes in the treatment. So it's just carbon dioxide and methane. It's just wastewater that's going through to the other processes, so it doesn't really affect it. They could have used membrane bioreactors, and that could be placed either internally in the anaerobic digesters or externally, and you can get better treatment with that. But the thing is, membrane bioreactors are fairly new, so I don't think Sierra Nevada would want to look into that. They already have an anaerobic digester; it's working fine. So adding another one would just be easier. They could also maybe use UV treatment to disinfect their water, but they want to get solids reduction, and UV just really chemically gets the ozone or anything out like that. They could also add in more digesters, but they're working fine. So adding a third anaerobic digester would just maybe not work well enough in the sense of with what they are working with. So maybe if they expanded, they could add in a third one, but it wouldn't be necessary. So in conclusion, Sierra Nevada Brewing Company is doing great with their pre-treatment, and their treatment design's pretty good. Their second anaerobic digester was a good move, and they're making a lot of money from recovering biogas and reducing their waste. So they're doing great. Have a good one. Delicious.